Welcome back, guys. This is the final round of this titanic marathon-like clash between Berserk Gaming and Element. This is the final round of the final map, like I said, guys. Wow, this one is really going down to the wire. I'm Ph4tso, if you've just joined us, and I'm big casting tonight, and I've had the pleasure, almost the honor, of casting with one of the greats of Battlefield South Africa, ScopeR. Dude, what a night of Battlefield.
Yeah, it has been quite a lengthy one, but we've had some good entertaining moments throughout all three maps. No shortage of drama either. And the last round was just a buggy express. I don't think that's going to change now.
Yeah, most certainly not. The C4 buggies are rampant on this map, as we see Bucky's the C4 buggy driver of Element and antagonist on the other side of the map there. You see the C4 buggy guy. And again though, look at the commitment to Charlie flag, ScopeR. This is, you know, teams just
it's
really...
massive, yeah, it's massive again from Berserk. They put six guys there.
6 guys.
C4 buggy's actually meeting up again. They're going to be meeting up in Bravo, but huge tank battle going off on C.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
I like the positioning coming out from Berserk here. Zafa's got some okay cover, but really the better positioning coming out from Sticky. And they've managed to take out one of the tanks, so it's going to be a 2-on-1 engagement here. That tank is not going to last very long for DC where it is at the moment. It's got some building to work with, but
I'm going to have to interject there. I was following an antagonist. Antagonist managed to narrowly dodge Bucky's and get all the way around to Delta flag. So that's
very awesome. So here comes the C4.
One. Yeah, so that's forced.
Sorry, carry on.
Oof, no, no, he missed it there. Unfortunately, did Bucky's going down to Zafar's tank, but he's managed to kind of pull defense back as antagonist here. So BzK have lost 2 attackers. Excuse me, Element have lost 2 attackers because of antagonist's pull. So that hopefully will be able to be used to their full effect. They've also got the tank advantage now around Charlie flag. Does BzK? Why aren't they pushing in, ScopeR? What did you say? Why wouldn't they? I mean,
what was interesting, I mean, it seems a kind of minor thing, but Bucky's C4 was unsuccessful for probably the first time on this map. So that was spotted out quite early. The positioning of the tanks from BzK was superior at the start, so gradually they just eventually worked their way through the DC armor. And then the other bonus is the one guy being antagonist, he recognized that, okay, he didn't have to put a lot of pressure on the tanks that were already under a lot of strain on C. All he had to do was get onto the top of that D flag and start harassing. Now if you'll see, DC has managed, well, they've had to pull 2 guys back, and essentially they're just standing around with their hands in their pockets going, well, we don't know how to clear this guy off. Top of the ruse. So
yeah. That is very good.
Even though it's quite even from a ticket perspective, I like the start coming out from Berserk more so than last round. It looks a bit more structured, and they've eventually managed to clear that guy, it seems, off of Delta.
But then another harasser bails out of a chopper almost immediately and gets a spawn on him at the same time. So here comes the push from Runic, managing to get Sumi. Runic. So this is good play by BzK. Hold them for long enough. As soon as antagonist goes down, keep that pressure on Delta flag. They've realized that it seems to be a sore spot of Element that they keep committing a lot of players to, and hopefully be able to capitalize on the rest of the match, or the rest of the map, excuse me, which we haven't seen though. You know, like you said, the tickets are still very even, the flags are still very even. We see a little bit of Ashtung Spitfire on Alpha flag and Bravo flag now going mute, but it's just going to be a switch around. And not much happening. Now Charlie flag quiet, which Charlie flag, if it were a person, would be happy about, because it's mainly been the action there. And action seems to shift towards Delta flag, where most of the teams are.
Yeah, look at Bucky's now on A. He's already got a C4 kill on the one tank that was defending A. Look at his positioning now.
Oh my goodness. Bucky's.
He was about half a meter short of that C4.
Oh my gosh, that was funny to see. Sorry about that burst, guys. That was just hysterical. Oh my gosh. And at this point in time, only, 14 tickets in favor of BzK, and they'll be happy about that.
Yeah.
And there's the bleed also in their favor.
So I like the adaptation coming out where they recognize they don't have the jet, but because they got the hold on C, they got the chopper out, and immediately they took it to put guys on the roof of Delta. Now, without the jet for DC, the only real way for them to clear it is if they either climb up the crane, which is usually very vulnerable.
Double pick by Joker though.
Is if you push back to C, which they are attempting, but not quite. Not really strongholding yet. I say push to C because then you can get that chopper up. Or maybe try a desperation tactic like mortar, but that's also very... that's not a guaranteed way of clearing it. So unfortunately now their C push was thwarted. They're going to have a very tough time clearing out the D flag. BzK now it's all up to them where they go from here.
Yeah, Runic is kind of just sitting on the roof there, and
if you saw the... Sorry to interrupt you, but
no
just to point out the fact that the DC does recognize that they can also take a buggy off the dish. That is one viable method of getting up onto that. So if you take a buggy, you can ramp off that dish and get onto the roof. But fear not doing it correctly there.
Unfortunately, failing with that finesse. So at this point in time, Alpha Flag has also just got, a sneaky little Sprawnski waiting his BzK, elements and tricks together with Bucky's. So they'll sit ready at Alpha Flag and just wait for that armor to push away. One of the tanks is already put back, and now coming back. I mean, just check how they're just stretching. They're keeping these tanks completely out of play. All these few infantry of elements, but I mean they're not taking advantage of it and capitalizing on Delta Flag as a result. So like we kind of predicted, this map is everywhere. It's all over the show. It's a very big map.
Yeah, C flag being the key flag, obviously that favors the Russian side more, so that's why you'll find that DC managed to cap it a lot easier in the first round, but unfortunately now BzK having the easier time of holding it this round. And that's kind of the pivot flag, if you think about it. I honestly don't think DC are going to be able to get their back flag back from here. I think they've been wasting a lot of time with it. They need to recognize that it's a done deal. Oh, they've actually got the chopper. No, they don't.
That's a good tanks. Like 2, the Chief did Fate, and then you got another one by Zephyr. So 2 in a row. And
DC needs to recognize that D flag is lost. They need to leave it for now, and they need to engage somewhere else. If you see how the spread they are, they could do with some help on their tank on C. Nice spawns coming out.
So they managed to kind of take control of Charlie Flag, but this I kind of feel like Joker took a very long road round with this tank, and
P4 buggy on C. Oh no, not again.
No, yes again. Yes again. I am taking it. I mean, I don't even want to think what this speak chatter must be like. How can you? I don't know. It's always something that brings a massive smile to our face, and you'll be happy about that. They've also got quite a significant ticket advantage. 82 tickets, 83 tickets now for BzK. So they'll be happy about that. They got the flags. They're getting Charlie. They're gonna have the 4 flag bleed, and it looks like this one might just run away for BzK in their favor.
Yeah, this is a bit worrying. So
there it is, 4 flags. Those
DC now, they need a spawn bomb on Bravo, and they need to take that buggy up to A.
Almost immediately,
help the other guys.
I mean, you'll see how quickly those tickets bleed down. What is the margin though?
And if this tank goes down to the C4 now, it was about 100, I think.
Yeah, it was about 100.
If that tank goes down, yeah, that's gonna cost them. Now, without that other tank up, they literally have no transport going out for them apart from 1 buggy on the side. They have no real armor stronghold. They're capping their back flag back but
too late.
Really,
is it? Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to call it. Oh, they've lost the player there on Alpha Flag, unfortunately.
Finally, they clear the D roof.
Maybe that'll kind of give them the confidence they need to push on. But I mean, that was definitely a rehearsed tactic, is just leave someone on Delta roof and harass for the end of time. And now, you know, Element might want to do the same. But the problem is that they've only got 96, if that. Actually, they haven't got anything. They've lost it. BzK took the first round. Did they not? Did they?
Well, no, they
didn't? Element took it?
No, they didn't. Yeah, Element took it.
Oh. Cheers, Sean. Thanks for being here, bud. It's another Feld's buggy trying to get
confused for a second. But yeah, Element took that first round, so they have a bit of room to work with, but not much. So it's good that they've capped that. Well, they haven't capped it, but they're putting pressure on that back flag again. Now that they've cleaned the roof out, they're just gonna have to work better together with their tanks. They've got one tank sitting in base still. I would like to see them pushing flags together.
Good work by Joker.
That's the only way they're gonna.
Joker and Charlie though taking out a tank almost single-handedly, and now he does have a bit of support with Fear. So those two infantry are using that defilade just to their advantage, and they'll see that the chopper would have spawned. I'm just going back to Charlie flag ScopeR because I see this action coming here. See the tank coming out the corner of your screens there. Opting to take down that helicopter. Maybe not the best move of action, just sacrificing a ticket to get the chopper out of the way. But the tank has gone down. Zafire's gone down, and this will give Element
I think they
the
realized they
advantage.
were going to lose the flag there. They had to take out that heli. I didn't even see where that back spawn bomb came in from BzK. I think they got a favorable spawn just before the flag cap went down, and now they've got 5 guys.
Yeah, and
that's what BzK can do to you.
Euphoria are gonna have to back up, but he can. Yeah, he looks like he's running away. He's got Fate with him, but they will be retreating, realizing that there are way too many rockets flying past him there, and the one connecting doing 18 or so damage. And let's cap Alpha Flag now. It's going to take them way too long to push back to Alpha Flag, so maybe a good choice there. They will manage to get Alpha Flag and hopefully be able to turn this bleed around sooner rather than later, ScopeR, because the tickets are kind of slowly dwindling down.
I like the idea to go for A. I just hope for their sake that they get more spawns there, because they've secured B already with the tank's help.
We did see spares popping in on Alpha for
So that tank
BzK.
just needs to, that tank just of ECs just needs to retreat back to D, defend the flag while they're cap A. Hopefully it can last, they can get this bleed going.
Yeah, and hopefully they manage to get the C4 off. Antagonist again. We've seen him all night, rocking and rolling, barreling.
Great spot there.
But very good spot there. But he managed to drop off a sneaky passenger with him. You see Godlike pushing in there. Maybe a bit careless. But they know that they've got a tank coming in, so maybe that's
tank is getting sandwiched.
Yeah, it's not looking...
Nice movement there coming out from the tank driver there, Euphoria.
Yeah.
But
oh, tank's ramping.
Look
at this. These tanks almost kind of dancing with one another.
Oh wow, he has actually given a free ticket out there, but oh no, he's on 20 health, he's gonna die now.
Oh, the ramps by Euphoria just kind of running.
He's just bailing as hard
just
as
go, 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 and these tanks almost like dune buggies. Look at this. Do a barrel roll. When in doubt, do a barrel roll. That is hysterical. Look at that, guys.
Euphoria should go and steal it.
Look at this.
Oh no.
This is incredible, only in Battlefield. Look, and he goes back to his tank. Does he? Repairs it a bit enough? Oh my gosh, great play by Euphoria. Excellent awareness there. Managed to get that all on the free cam. That was nuts. Jeez, like. And 100 tickets in it. And the difference between the two teams. But bleeding away are Element's tickets now. Unless they manage to capture Bravo, which it looks like they very well might. Shazzy playing very sneaky. trying to stay alive there. So ScopeR,
yeah,
state of the map and this match at the moment. Jeez, like, I mean, it's almost like it's not going to end.
Well, essentially BzK just need to weed out these last 50 tickets to win. At the same time, DC need to drop their tickets by about 40 to 50, so it's actually very even at the moment. And 50 tickets can go very quickly, so we've just got to keep an eye out. At the moment, DC have got C and D, they've got the heli, and they've got A, so BzK have probably got about 20 seconds in which they can make a play here.
Yeah, that's a big comeback by Element, guys. 3 flags will mean the bleed will completely flip around, and it looks like they're putting pressure on Bravo as well. So here comes the mad squad rush all on to Alpha flag, and we've got the tank driver Euphoria in a very favorable position. We'll hopefully be able to pick off all Euphoria. He's got to watch out though. Oh, look at the other way, Euphoria. Wait for the active protection to come down. His Zephyr. Euphoria getting sandwiched. Oh my gosh, we've seen these tanks play with one another the whole night.
Yeah, this is over though.
Yeah.
BzK have all their guys at 1 flag. This is, yeah, that's over. That's perhaps going to DC.
It's Sean, that's a bold call. So I'm gonna see how this goes. But yeah, it's just, we've often seen games swing around in the last few seconds, and what a great engagement it's been. I must say, Rogue Transmission has been a very tough map, and
yeah, it has.
Jeez, this one is going down.
The C4 going down as the active protection was up, so it missed. But yeah, they've got the ticket win already, so they've won the match. Have DC. That was more what I was referring to, but I do think they're probably going to end up coming away with this map win as well, well, this round win as well.
Yeah, it's been an absolutely incredible showing by both teams tonight. What a marathon of plays. The first round that we had issues, and just great play all the way through. Well done to both teams, and we'll watch this one slowly trickle away, guys. Thank you so much. Quick shout out to ASUS South Africa, my sponsor. Thank you very much for the awesome equipment and the support, and most importantly, the viewers, the supporters. Thanks guys for joining us for this absolutely epic clash. Hoping to bring you a lot more Battlefield action and shoutcasting on my Twitch channel as well as my YouTube channel. It's been an absolute rock and rolling ride, and I've had the pleasure tonight of co-casting together with, or having ScopeR as my co-caster, which is always a treat. ScopeR, thanks very much, dude, and what a game, eh? What a rocking game tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man, and it has been good. Certainly some very interesting games coming out. I think both of these teams, regardless of what has happened tonight, will go away with some things to think about. It seems as though DC weren't quite well enough prepared on Hainan, but I think overall they were the better side tonight. BzK just getting a bit scrappy at times, and it's cost them with them relying too much on the 1 flag pushes.
Yeah, and what an incredible night of Battlefield. As ScopeR said, a few things to think about for both teams, and GG to Element, who will be progressing to the next round of this BattlefieldZA Invitational. Great little bit of chopper work there with the Z10 by Euphoria. So
yeah, just having some fun towards the end. Yeah,
they'll be pushing through to the next round, and they'll be happy about that. BzK maybe go back and just give it a bit of thought, re-look at the games. Hopefully they'll also be watching the recordings of these casts, because they've been given a lot to think about, and looking at the comments coming in. For those of you that don't know, in a flavor shot with a small, kind of like to end it off as though the night hadn't been exciting enough. We had a max of 47 viewers on the stream tonight, which is quite a good number. Thank you very much, guys, for a weeknight. That's a lot of people, and jeez, vocal cords a bit tender, but what a great night of Battlefield, and it's just been a pleasure.
Yeah, so I think DC will probably go on to play Ecstasy next. I don't know the results, but I assume It will be Ecstasy next that they face. That'll be very interesting for sure. Ecstasy is a nice strong team this year, been putting out some decent results. As you know, ending very highly in the first leg of DGL.
Definitely.
And now with DC on their comeback streak, it seems, it'll be a good one to watch. And then on the other half of the bracket, it's the Impulse. I don't know if the results confirmed. Maybe someone else will know. That game was going on at the same time as this one. And then, of course, Team Bravado playing APG tomorrow night.
Yeah. And that is the game, though. GG, well played to both BzK and Elements. Element took the night. Well done to both teams, and thank you very much for joining us, guys. For tonight, I'm Ph4tso, together with ScopeR signing out. GG, good night.